the Lavender Witch, and the Captain. The icy air above London Bridge was thick with malice. Hillary Clinton, the Ice Witch, sneered as she launched a deadly spray of razor-sharp icicles. Kelvin the Lavender Witch stood firm, her translucent lavender barrier vibrating under the immense force. She held the shield, letting the grand, necessary transformation fuel the fiery passion for her Captain David. The pressure grew, and the icy shards hammered the barrier, threatening to shatter it. Kelvin closed her eyes, not in fear, but to truly feel the burning memory of David's touch. It was not enough to merely hold the line. She had to unleash the inferno he ignited in her soul. With a deep, sensual breath, the barrier exploded outwards, not in pieces, but in a surge of heat. The soft lavender dissolved, replaced instantly by a fierce, bright orange flaming barrier. It roared into existence, vaporizing the incoming ice and radiating a heat that promised to melt the very air. The heat intensified, flowing inward and down her body. Kelvin's elegant lavender dress, once cool and composed, began to shimmer, the material clinging to her form as it absorbed the rising temperature. Her sophisticated lavender high heels felt the power surge from the pavement below. With a final, explosive burst, Kelvin was reborn. The lavender vanished, replaced by a deep, luxurious red, a sophisticated, form-fitting dress with a matching wide-brimmed hat. Great, sensual wings, woven from pure, vibrant hellfire, erupted from her back, lifting her into the charged London air. The hot-fire Lavender Witch had arrived. "Oh, darling," Kelvin purred, her voice now a low, smoky rasp that echoed off the river. "Let's turn up the heat, shall we? You'll be needing a cooling beverage after this." She flew straight at the bridge's arch and launched a concentrated, searing fireball. It missed, an intentional warning shot that scorched the ancient stone a foot from the Ice Witch's boots. Below them, Captain David watched his lover roar into battle. With a sharp, military salute, he unholstered his state-of-the-art photon blaster. He checked the setting, FIRE, and, aiming for the Ice Witch's frosty flank, he unleashed a rapid, disciplined volley of small, intensely bright blue fireballs. Kelvin the Fire Witch and Captain David, heat and passion made manifest, now flanked their frozen foe. Their energies mingled in the night sky. "You wanted the Cold War, Hillary?" Kelvin shouted, her eyes blazing. "Well, you're about to get a scorching end to it. I call upon the deep, hellfire." The frozen River Thames, an immense sheet of Hillary's power, suddenly cracked with a sound like thunder. A column of raw, liquid fire, deep, molten crimson and black, burst through the ice beneath the Ice Witch's feet, a subterranean forge answering Kelvin's call. The heat wave was impossible to deflect. The molten energy from the river struck Hillary with such staggering force and infernal heat that her elaborate ice armor and frosty reserves were instantly depleted. She turned a shocking, defeated white, her power completely drained. With a desperate, frustrated hiss, she twisted away. Kelvin hovered above the scorched battlefield, her flaming wings still roaring with residual power. Captain David ascended swiftly to meet her on a jet-powered platform, his face alight with victory and relief. She retracted her wings just as he reached her, crashing into his arms in a powerful, celebratory embrace of passion and earned triumph. Their love, hotter than any fire, had vanquished the ice. Hand in hand, Kelvin, with the final embers of her power softly swirling around her high-heeled ankles, and Captain David, suave and composed, descended into the tiled, cavernous entrance of a London Victoria Underground station. The quiet click of their heels on the worn stone was a promise. The next adventure would begin after their birthday celebrations were complete.